Hello everyone, you're welcome. Let's see how we can solve this beautiful problem here. So we are given root A plus root B equals 10 and root A B equals 10. So how are we going to solve the value of A and B here? Alright, so this is what we are going to do. From 2, this is equation 2 and this is equation 1. So from 2, you know that if I square the both sides, I'm going to have what? AB to be what? To be 100 because I'm going to square this. I'm going to square this. So the square will cancel the square root. So we're going to have AB here and we have 100. All right. So we have that. So let's call this equation what? Equation 3. Then also, so the next thing we're going to do. So let's square 1. If you square root A, if you square root A, root B all squared equals 10 or 10 squared. So if you square this, what are you going to have? This is perfect square. We're going to have A root square, then plus 2 root AB, okay, then plus root B squared. Then we're going to have this to be 100. So now you see that this square we cancel this, square we cancel this one here. So we are left with A plus 2 root AB, then plus B equals what? Equals 100. Are you following? Alright, so from there, the next thing we're going to do. So we can see that from here, from equation 2, this from here, you see that from here, so we have root AB to be 10, and we have root AB also here. So now let's do the replacement. If we do the replacement, we're going to have what? We're going to have A plus 2 into bracket, root AB is 10, that is from equation 2, then plus B equals what? Equals 100. Are you following? So we move on. So we're going to have A plus 2 times 10, we have 20 plus B equals what? Equals 100. So now from here, the next thing we're going to do, so we're going to have this to be A plus B, then equals 100 minus 20. So we transpose this 20 to the other side. We're going to be having we're going to have A plus B will be giving us what? Will be giving us 80. So we can call this one equation to be what? Equation 4. So this is what? This is equation 4. Equation 4. Alright, so from there, the next thing we're going to do is that let's multiply this equation 4 by A. If I multiply this equation 4 by A, so I'm going to be having A times A, I will have A squared plus AB, then equals 80A. Then we're going to have A squared, okay, then minus 8A, okay, plus, now look at this AB here, the AB that we have here, okay, and let's go up. You can see that equation 3 is also what? We also have equation 3 here to be AB. So therefore, anywhere you see AB from, what we are doing, so we're going to put what? 100. So we move on, okay. So here we're going to have what? We're going to have this AB will now be what? Will be 100. We have 100 here, then equals plus 100 equals what? Equals 0. So we'll be using the quadratic equation of A. A is going to be minus B plus or minus B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. So that's the formula we're going to use. This is the quadratic formula. So now from there, what do we have? We're going to see that we have what? We have A to B. So minus B will be what? Will be this. Minus B will be minus 80. We have minus. Then we have what? We have minus 80. Okay. Plus or minus. Then B. So B square is same thing as minus what? Minus 80 square. Minus 4. Okay. Times A is 1. Then that is 1 here. We have go to have 1 here. Are you getting it? So then we have C to be what? To be 100. So you have 100 here divided by 2 times A. That is what? That is 1. Alright, so we move on. Will be equals to 80 plus or minus. You have the square root of 64, 00. Then minus what? Minus 400 divided by 2. So we have A to be equals 80 plus or minus. Now 400 minus 400. So that will give us what? That will give us 6,000. then square root, then divided by what? Divided by 2. A equals 80 plus or minus. We're going to split this 6,000 into 60 and what? And 100. Then divide by what? Divide by 2. Okay. We're going to have A equals 80 plus or minus. We take the square root of 100. We're going to have 10 root what? 10 root 60. Then divide by 2. So we're going to have A equals 80 plus or minus 10 times. This root 60 can also be 15 what? 15 times what? Times 4. Then divide by what? Divide by 2. Okay, we're going to have A to be equals. Now we have what? We have 80 plus 10 times 2 root what? Root 15. Then divide by what? Divide by 2. So we have A to be equals 80 plus 10 times 2 we have what? We have 20 root what? Root 15 divided by 2. So let's try to divide through by 2. We're going to have A will be 80 divided by 2, then plus 20 plus or minus. Don't forget plus or minus. Okay, plus or minus. Then plus or minus divided by what? Divided by 2 root what? Root 15. So this, we cancel this. We're going to have A equals 2 here 1, 2 in 80. We're going to have 40 plus 10 root what? Root 15 plus or minus. So we have the solution to be A equals 40 plus. So that is for A. But if you go back to equation what? If you go back to equation, we can see that from 3 here, where we have AB equals 3, from here, where we have AB equals 3. So let's take it down. A equals 3. You see that we are going to have what? We're going to have, let's say we have A equals AB equals what? So we can see that B is equals to what? B is equals to 100 all over A. Are you getting it? 100 over A. So we have 100 over what? Over A. So this is 100 over A. Let's call this which equation? Let's say call it star. So now what are we going to do? We've already gotten here. These are the values of A. Are you getting now? We have the values of A. So now we're going to have what? When A equals to what? When equals to 40 plus or minus 10 root what? Root 15. So we're going to look at when A, for A1. So what are you going to find? So finding B1. So B1 is going to be 100 divided by 40 plus 10 root what? Root 15. So what are you going to do? You are going to multiply by the conjugate, minus 10 root what? Root 15 divided by 40 minus 10 root what? Root minus 10 root what? Root 15. So now from there you are going to have B1 to be 100 times this is going to have 4,000 minus. So 100 times minus 10 root 15, we're going to have 1,000 root what? Root 15. Okay, then divided by, so here this is difference of two squares, so we're going to have 40 squared, okay, minus 10 root 15 what? 10 root 15 squared. Are you getting it? So we move on. We're going to have B1 is going to be B1 equals 4,000 minus 1,000 root what? Root 15 divided by, so 40 square is going to be what? Is going to be 16 what? 1600 minus, this is going to be 100, okay, then multiply by 15. Do you understand? So we're going to have B1, it will be equals 4,000, okay, minus 1,000 root 15, okay, then divided. So if you press your calculator, multiply 1,600 minus 1,000, so we're going to have this to be 160 minus, so this is going to be 1,500. Are you getting it? So we're going to have our B1. So B1 is going to be, so 4000, okay, minus 1,000 root what? Root 15. Now divided by, so 1,600 minus 1,500, we're going to have what? We're going to have we're going to have a 100. So now you have what? B1 equals, so 4,000 divided by what? Divided by 100 minus 1,000 here, root what? Root 15, okay, divided by 100. So you see that we're going to have what? We're going to have this to be B1 is going to be this, we cancel this, we have 40 minus what? Minus this, we cancel this, we're going to have 10 root what? root 15. All right. So having this, so we have b1 to be this. Are you getting it now? So now what I just want to tell you here is that if you try to compute what, if you try to compute for when a1 equals what, equals to the -1, which is what, which is 40 minus 10 root 15. Are you getting out? So you see that we are still going to have what, we're still going to have the opposite one. So therefore, what is that is to tell you that we can have a1. In conclusion, we can have a1 b1, okay, to be, what is our a1? A1 is what? A1 is when you have 40, okay, minus plus 10 root what? 10 root 15, okay. Then b1 will be 40 minus 10 root what? Root 15. That is when you have a1 b1. So for the second one, set of solution a2 b2, okay, you know a2 will be negative. You have 40 minus 10 root what? Root 15. Why the b2 will be positive? You can see that we are still getting the same solution. So therefore, we don't need to do for the other one as we did here. Are you getting it now? So thank you so much for watching. So this is the end of the class. If you enjoyed this class, kindly share to your friends so they can learn from it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit on the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime we upload new content. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.